Ladies and gentlemen, now you know when these folks are listening to us, listening to everything that we're saying, watching our videos. They hate to admit it. That's why they never have. But just from the kind of stories that come out, we know you're listening. We know you are. But see, what you must know, you can't run game on us like you used to. And I think you're making another attempt to run game on us. So let me get into this story so you know what I'm talking about. Congressional Black Caucus members look to tackle police brutality, reparations in the new year. Now, we already know you're not serious. We know you're not serious because you never fought hard for that George Floyd bill. You never fought hard for it. And HR 40, that's out in the graveyard somewhere. Just how you handled issues in the past already tells us you're not serious. But see, it's an election year, so you figure at this point you must do something because all else is failing. And you are listening to what we're saying. There's only so many times you can try to throw up in everybody's face that our community is concerned about voting rights. That only is going to get you but so far. And the issues that we're talking about is reparations and qualified immunity and a crime bill. And in fact, the fact that you came out with this article at the very end of the year tells me I think this is something that you are putting out here, but you really deep down inside didn't want to do this, but you don't have too many other recourses to take. And see, that's the thing. You don't have a lot of options when dealing with our community now. Those options are pretty much dead. So, members of the Congressional Black Caucus are gearing up for a new year and looking into tackling issues that their constituents value the most. Oh, we're your constituents now? Y'all been talking about immigrants and everyone else all this time. Now we're your constituents? Oh, wow. Ugh, that must be scary for you. U.S. Rep. Jamal Bowman, New York, told the Grio that he looks forward to doing work for the people in my district. Hmm. Okay. Well, who's the people in your district? The migrants? Because I mean, that's all the Congressional Black Caucus ever talk about. We're going to continue to focus on fully funding public schools, dealing with the issues of economic inequality, uplifting the issues of reparations, he said. We want you to pass reparations and cut those checks. We don't want you to uplift the issue. You need to get this passed. Period. Fighting for universal health care, fighting for green, clean, renewable energy in our spaces, pushing back against the criminal justice system that targets Black and Brown people. He added, they're not going to do anything for us, y'all. They need the vote. They're not going to do any of these things. Let's go on. U.S. Rep. Troy Carter of Louisiana told DeGrio, unfortunately, many of the things of last year still remain undone. Whether that's the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act or the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act of 2021, things that remain important to African Americans, he said. Who would think that as we approach 2024 that these issues remain undone, and whether it is Republican leadership or not, we will not stop pressing forward for those issues that are important to the Black community, he added. Well, it remained undone because you really didn't care. You didn't care. That's why it remained undone. And you took care of other things that you felt were more important than our issues. All right. So, U.S. Rep. Sidney Clamlager Dove of California said she is concerned about our democracy and is doing what she can to ensure that those who are disenchanted cast their ballots in 2024's election. That's all this is about, y'all. They don't care about doing anything for us. They are in fear that the community is not going to come out and vote for them. Your ability to submit a bad Yelp, decide if you want to vote or not, love who you want to love, wear the kind of clothes you want to wear. That's all because we live in a democracy, she said. That is something that many people in our countries would be killed for trying to access, she said. Well, wasn't it when Trayvon Martin was killed? It wasn't the media in this country trying to tell us we're going to get killed because we wear a hoodie? But y'all don't say this to any other group, but to us, we're going to get killed if we wear a hoodie. Y'all went all over the media putting that out, and nobody from the Congressional Black Caucus gave them any pushback over that. You didn't say nothing. But you're trying to tell us, you're free to do what you want, wear what you want, but you're all over your media talking about us being in danger for wearing a hoodie. Boy, old foes ain't no damn good. So let's go on. As members of the Committee on Foreign Affairs, she has seen firsthand how U.S. policy has influenced leadership abroad and wants to ensure that everyone has access to the same freedoms. The only thing we see the right and left doing on policies is giving all the money to Ukraine and now Israel. That is your foreign policy, giving all of our tax dollars away, but you don't have a tax dollar for our reparations, but you got it for immigrants and everything. In fact, y'all don't like doing anything for Americans at all. Everything is for foreigners. So that's all you got on the table. You don't have nothing else on the table, that's for sure. But it's amazing how they're so concerned about freedoms, freedoms that the Black community has never experienced in this country in the last 5 centuries. You mean those freedoms? So they go on and talk about, A bans, and I'm not concerned about that because they're talking about we got to focus on our policies before we can worry about anything else. So they also go on the Congressional Black Caucus, the California lawmaker also says as a result of these policies are placing millions of people and children at risk in both the US and abroad. As a black woman with a black husband and black kids, freedom is really important to me. Mm. So Bowman told the Grio that he believes the House Democrats could face challenges in the new year while trying to pass legislation due to House Speaker Mike Johnson's ties with the former president Donald Trump. Trump has had his hand in pretty much everything that happened in the House over the last year. It took us 14 votes to get Johnson elected, following the ouster of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy of California because of Trump's influence on the Freedom Caucus, Bowman said. That's why we need to be scared to death of an extreme MAGA Republican agenda, not just in the House, but in the White House, he said. The New York congressman is encouraged that everyone to vote. He wants to encourage everyone to go out and vote in 2024 election and to get involved at every level of government. That's the only way to really build sustainable power, he said. So that's really all they want, what he said. He wants everyone to get out and vote. He certainly didn't say we're going to do everything we can to address our concerns in our community and get those things passed, right? He's not saying that at all. He don't care. At the end of the day, they're doing this to psychologically mess with your mind, make you believe they're doing something, and they're going to do absolutely nothing. That's what happened during the first time, the 2020 election. They made you believe they were going to address police brutality. They were going to do something about George Floyd, the George Floyd Act. They were going to do this and do that. And ultimately, we got a fistful of nothing. And it just seems to me like they're trying to pull the same stunt again. And that same stunt is dead. You can't do it twice. Okay. You can't do this twice. I'm just trying to tell you. So, y'all, tell me what you think about this sudden focus on reparations and police brutality that we have not seen in the past 4 years. But now, this is what the Congressional Black Caucus members want to focus on prior to the election. Y'all gonna have to tell me what you think about this one. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.